Hi guys, this is Jason. So I want to cover what's been happening within the superintelligence space. The first thing that I want to talk about is the name pros forum. In this forum, the community member Nancy Go has said that the following 350 registrations, these are all auto-site domain name registration from his watch list. The following 350 new registrations happened in the past 4 weeks until last Monday. Listed here by domain holder country. The registrations include words like afford, avoid, awards, bargain, blind, buffer, share, cryptic, elect, and many others. I'm seeing some really good one words here. For example, waste is a really big one. Waste, warning, shipment, buffer, so recreation, maybe rates. Oversight, these are really good. For example, if we take waste, that's waste.si. Let's see when this was registered. Waste.si. 346 days. Country US. AKFL75@gmail.com. And so very recent registration. Register Diner. That's really good. So let's go back. Now, based on, let's see which one will search term the word waste gets. So 201,000 monthly global searches at $2.65 cost per click, 1 cent pay per click. There's worldwide searches. If we go to .db and type in waste, which I've already typed in, there are 316 other extensions that are currently taken. Out of these, 131 of them are live, and 63,218 domains match. These are related domains, but it doesn't mean that all these domains are live. So it's the domains, or I should say maybe the websites that have the word waste in it. If we scroll down, there's zero waste, zero wastes, waste bar, zero waste, then waste. So there's 100 other pages that you can go through. So this is a good one. This was a good scroll for, so $12, $13. The next one is, let's go back to the forum. Yeah, I've got so many pages open. Okay, and then, yeah, so he's broken it down by the countries. These .si new 350 domain names, .si domain name for registered in USA, Germany, Slovenia, China, France, Greece, Egypt, India. There's quite a bit of a variety there. 315 registrations in 4 weeks taken from a population of 5,800 available watch lists. I'm adding daily to the watch list. That's why the available number is higher than the last time despite registrations. And then he said, below are the current registration numbers from the registry. Since when this thread started, about 9,500 registrations have been added. We may cross 10,000 before we celebrate the first birthday on June 23rd, 2024. So about a year from now on. 165,000 site domains registered globally, worldwide. 2,217 site domains in the last month or past 30 days. and 131 new domain registrations in the past 24 hours. 87.si registrars, including Dynabot, which is Dynabot is the only US-based domain name registrar for .si. So I believe that's some really good metrics and stats. And the news that was quite fascinating for me was reading this. Meta invests $14.3 billion in AI firm scale and recruits its CEO for Superintelligence team. The term superintelligence is somewhat becoming a mainstream word. And I believe a lot of the new startups, businesses, or tech companies would want to name their business or company somewhere along that line. So if you want to tell something like metasuperintelligence.com, that might be too long and too big, too cumbersome. But for example, if someone were to get meta.si, that could mean that it's still an SI company while keeping it like nice and short for people to type and search. That's why I believe the SI names have a bit of a chance. So it says Zuckerberg's increasing focus on the abstract idea of superintelligence, which rival companies call artificial general intelligence, or AGI, is the latest pivot for a tech leader who in 2021 went all in on the idea of the metaverse. It talks about how their partnership. And I want to quickly mention something from my timeline. I've asked a question to ChatGPT. I asked which domain extension, including GT, generic TLDs and CC TLDs, has the best possible chance of representing superintelligence, similar to how .ai has come to represent artificial intelligence. Would there be a need for businesses, startups, individuals, or investors to start abbreviating or associating superintelligence with any domain extension other than .com, and if so, why? Or is there even a need at all? There should be a question mark there. Given that we already have .ai, or artificial intelligence, isn't it possible that the world will continue to use .ai even for superintelligence? And let's look at the answer that we received. The domain extension with the strongest natural fit for representing superintelligence is .si. So this is coming from ChatGPT. Just to cross-reference, because AI can sometimes hallucinate, I'll ask exactly the same question to Grok. And more or less, the answer that I got back was somewhat similar or the same. The domain extension with the strongest natural fit for representing superintelligence is .si, the country code top-level domain CCTLD for Slovenia. Here is why. Direct abbreviation. So I've talked about this multiple times, even on my website and other forums and blogs. .si is the common abbreviation for superintelligence. Short and memorable. Like .ai, it's 2 letters and easy to grant. I agree there. Underutilized globally. .si is still relatively niche outside Slovenia, which means there is ample opportunity to build a brand associated with superintelligence. Similar precedent. .ai gained prominence because it directly aligns with the term artificial intelligence, despite being a CCTLD or Angular. .si could follow the same trajectory. Other possible contenders. So it's good that it's given some other contenders for .si. If any of the CCTLDs or GTLDs were to be associated, or abbreviated for Superintelligence. .int, symbolic for intelligence, I agree there. But restricted to international organizations. So personally, I don't know much about this extension. I believe, it's a generic domain. So it looks like there might be some restrictions for international organizations. So if that's the case, this might actually be a CC I need to do some research on this one. Next one, .super. I like this one. This is good. A new generic TLD. So this is a TLD. So that means this is definitely a CCTLD. It talks about international organizations. Super, a new GTLD with potential for marketing. Super concepts are less established. So I'm just wondering, this could take off. This could take off. Super. Let's keep reading. .brain, .cortex, .mind, .neuro. These generic TLDs could be used, but are less widely recognized and more niche. Would there be a need for businesses, startups, individuals, or investors to start abbreviating or associating superintelligence with any domain extension other than .com, and if so, why? Yes, there is a strong need and trend toward using alternative domain extensions beyond .com, especially for emerging tech fields like superintelligence. Reasons include availability. The best .com domains related to superintelligence are often taken for very expensive. Now, this is a very valid point, because the startups and new companies and superintelligence businesses, if they're priced out of .coms and .ais, what other options will they have? Brand identity. New extensions, new domain extensions allow companies to signal niche expertise and innovation. For example, .ai instantly communicates AI focus. Cement relevance using a domain extension that aligns with the concept, like .si for superintelligence, helps with brand recall and positioning. Search and marketing advantages. Search engines no longer heavily favor .com, so keyword-rich or meaningful TLDs can rank just as well. Community and tribal signaling using a specialized domain extension builds community identity around a technology or concept. Or is there even a need at all, given that we already have .ai? Isn't it possible that the world will continue to use .ai even for superintelligence? It is possible that .ai could continue to serve as the default domain extension for all AI-related fields, including superintelligence. .ai has strong brand recognition and momentum. However, superintelligence is considered a distinct and advanced space beyond general AI, and stakeholders might want a separate identity to differentiate their work or products. Additionally, .ai domains are becoming crowded and costly, so new entrants might see alternative TLDs to stand out and find available names. Finally, from a marketing perspective, having a dedicated TLD like .si could help create a distinct brand ecosystem around superintelligence, similar to how .ai helped define the AI startup community. Summary: .si is the strongest candidate for representing superintelligence as a domain extension. There is a real need for alternatives beyond .com due to branding availability and semantic relevance. While .ai could continue serving as the main TLD for AI broadly, superintelligence might benefit from its own dedicated domain extension to build a unique identity. Very interesting indeed. I want to show you one other thing. Very far. So I just want to talk about some of the most recent .si domain name sales that's happened this year. So one of them was artificial.si, sold for 4,999 USD on the 5th, 3rd of the 5th on CEDO. Another sale, artificial, that's a very, I would say, top prime keyword. Another one, AI.si, so artificial intelligence, superintelligence, sold for $34,000, the private sale. It's one of the, this is one of the biggest sales to date, AI.si. And I know the Unreal SI.ai, which is Mr. Igor Ukrainian, he owns SI.ai, and his was it last year? I think towards the end of last year, he's knocked down €100,000 offer on his one that domain SI.ai, and he mentioned that SI is the race for all the humanity, and minimum $1 million, more or less somewhere along those lines. So who knows the value of this domain there. And on the one side was Spirited.si, $1,346 for each code. Then Sanfiat.si, that's a beautiful one, $3,195. And just a couple of days ago, Rare.si sold for $500. So I agree, this one went a little bit cheap. And another thing is, sorry, exact, any comments that have been through other, was it that one? No, it wasn't. Just 1 second, any exact. Yes, also a few other domain names that were sold related to superintelligence. So it was ASI. ASI stands for Artificial Superintelligence. So we have, so start of this year, ASI.signal sold for $420. ASI.camp sold for $420. ASI.studio, I think this is a very good one, studio. So it has multiple wide, like an open vessel use case. ASI.studio sold for $4,300. ASI.school, this is another good one, open vessel once again. ASI.school sold for $4,300. ASI.dev, like a developer, $8,420. ASI.engineer, $2,388. ASI.computer, $495. It looks like we're getting a bit of artificial superintelligence, and superintelligence is receiving a little bit of interest, which is really good to see.